there was just nothing there in that first half itself, nothing to cling to whatsoever.
Hello Everton, that's why you're Everton.
You can't go out and do a fan cam, you can't go out and present a show.
I want to find out just why fan channels have become so popular.
Put your face on something and then cry because somebody gives you a little bit of negative feedback.
You can't miss this.
And more importantly, why do we as fans even do it?
He's bloody missed it! What a prat! What a prat! Phil Jones!
It's an old cliche. Without fans, a football club is nothing. Arsenal, Chelsea and Tottenham fans pay over £700 for the cheapest season tickets, and many feel their voice is no longer heard. So how do fans continue to have a voice? Well, fan channels. I'm Joel Griffiths, and welcome to Fan Media, changing the voice of football. Die-hard Spurs fan Sam Chipek has over 2,000 subscribers and 300,000 channel views. His channel has exploded in recent months, embracing the matchday vlog.
It all started because I've got family from different parts of the world, and it's interesting, so I'll get to that part in a second, but I just filmed it so they could like get an experience out of it and see what it's like to go to a game. But then all of a sudden I uploaded one video, and it was my Arsenal versus Tottenham vlog when I was sitting with the Arsenal fans, and I ended up getting 10,000 views, and I was like, oh, that's actually quite interesting, maybe I should actually do a little bit more.
I wanted to know just what it was like to produce this kind of content on a regular basis. I followed him to the London Stadium to take on West Ham in a League Cup derby.
Popular fan bases that use these opportunities on the internet to get their message across is what did it. It's what promoted a change to Arsenal Football Club. So you look at as well with West Ham as well, fans not happy with Sullivan and Gold, and again they use their YouTube channel that speaks on the behalf of fans, just like in a democracy, to get message across to higher powers. Pundits' jobs are to do extensive research on their club, on different numerous clubs, and then you've got fans who have got their research obsessed with their own club almost. What this is also about is not just watching my content and watching other fellow Spurs fans' content that do that. It's also interesting to watch it from West Ham or Arsenal or Chelsea, and it's very good because it just puts you on an educational sphere where you can go around these different channels and educate yourself more on what different clubs are going through. Yeah, hopefully we'll win. I've got to keep my voice down because a couple of West Ham fans made eye contact with me.
Impressive quality achieved with equipment no bigger than the palm of a hand. In the past, fans wouldn't have had the resources, time or money to produce content like they are now. Once, mainstream broadcasters like Sky and BT held all the cards.
I'm Jordan Halford, social media editor for Sky Sports. If you can't be at the game, you are going to, the live content is the king. You're going to always tune in for a Super Sunday game or an M&F game, on your TV or down the pub with friends. Those fan channels initially, I guess, were kind of a little bit raw, maybe not quite in keeping with the tone of Sky Sports.
He's not a box-to-box, he's not defensive, he can't do a killer pass. Why is he on the pitch for what?
Predominantly we want an audience for them and for us that are both going to be receptive to the content or what we're doing.
The online football community is growing rapidly. A few channels have embraced the art of the football live stream, quite like the United stand.
It's Manchester United versus Derby, Carabao Cup, live stream, watch along.
The simple thing is I just wanted to do something for myself, but also potentially, hopefully bring out what has actually happened, which is a community for football fans to have their say.
Brandon Slaughter's made a contribution. Martial has done more than Sanchez in just 2 games.
What do you think about the fan cam?
You know what, I'll be honest with you, and I was never a fan of fan cams, but in all honesty, the fan channel medium is like any medium. There are politics involved, there are personalities involved, and there are people who think the way they do it is better than the others. So
we've got relationships with stakeholders and clubs that we can't air those views.
I always felt that they were a sort of dangerous medium, really. I've been a victim myself. I always have done a match reaction, and I'll do my match reaction a minute after a game, and I'll go into it, and then I'll look at the comments a couple of hours later, and it can go one of 2 ways. People can really cling on to what I've said, or they'll go, you're overreacting. And after a few hours, I won't even agree with what I said after a minute after a game.
Since fan channels have become more recognised in the world of football, it's often the fan cam that is synonymous with the form. But when you look at a fan collective like the Anfield Rap, you realise that this is far from true. I spoke to Neil Atkinson, who, as well as being a founding member at the Rap, had been involved in fan movements related to Liverpool for the past decade.
For instance, recently when Michael Owen was on BT and he was talking about his career, and it was quite moving. And what I think they're doing, I think they're learning little bits from stuff that we do, in that they're backing football people to talk. I saw the Carragher and Neville thing when they were talking about Unai Emery at Arsenal. They had a really, really heated debate. And they had some footage in there, but it wasn't reliant on the footage. It was about the personalities. Our aim wasn't to do a really good piece of fan media. It was to be the best thing on the radio in the country between 5 and 6, to be better than PM with Eddie Marr. And our Friday show, I will go to my grave saying it is the best Premier League preview show audio that is available, that literally exists. We can be as good as, if not better, than any mainstream media organisation at telling any form of story. We've just got to be creative, we've got to be ingenious, got to understand that we've got sometimes to cut corners, but we can do this. The people can now do this. It just needs to show respect to the people that you're doing it for.
So how has the voice of football changed? Talking football is no longer limited to ex-professionals or media-savvy journalists. A real supporter's emotion seems to trump that every time. The need for a supporter's voice to be heard has gone from a fanzine to a radio phone-in to YouTube and who knows where else. A voice that is constantly and will always be evolving.